This video is on algebraic and verbal expressions involving variables. So a variable is just a letter that replaces a missing number. An algebraic expression is an expression that includes numbers, variables, and symbols. And a verbal expression is an expression where the words are written out. So these are kind of opposites. That's what we're going to work on today, going between the two. So some different words for addition are add, sum, increased, or you could use increased by, and plus. Okay, so these are words that when we're given an algebraic expression and we need to create a verbal expression, we can use these different words for addition. For subtraction, some of the words we can use are subtract, difference, decreased, or decreased by, and minus. Okay, for multiplication and division, some multiplication words are, you can just say multiply, you can say times, or you can say product. Okay, for division, you can say divide, say quotient. Remember, quotient is the answer to a division problem, just like product is the answer to a multiplication product. If you can think of more examples, you can go ahead and write them down. All right, so in this first part, we're going to write a verbal expression for each algebraic expression. So we have 5x. Remember, anytime a number is right next to a variable, it means that they're multiplied together. So we can say just 5 times x. There are multiple ways to say this. I can say the product of 5 and x. If you have a variable, you can just call it a number. So I can say 5 times a number. Okay, so if you think of a different way you want to say that, you can go ahead and write it in. Now we have 3x squared, or to the second power. Remember, the 3 and the x are next to each other, so I'm just going to say 3 times x squared. I can say to the second power if I want. All right, I'm going to say on this one, 4 decreased by x. If you want to put 4 minus x, you can. All right, this one, we have 2 times x increased by 8, or 2 times x plus 8. 2 times a number plus 8. So I'm going to put 2 times x, how about plus 8? So there are a number of different ways that you could write it. Okay, so on these ones, we're going the opposite direction. So we're given the verbal expression, and we need to write the algebraic expression. So write an algebraic expression for each verbal expression. The sum of 18 and r. Remember, sum means addition, so I'm just going to put 18 plus r. The quotient. I know quotient means division. Of 2 times a number. Remember, you can write a number for any variable. So if it says a number, you get to choose what the variable is. So 2 times a number and 7. So I have the quotient of 2 times a number, I'm going to put 2x, divided by 7. Okay, we can write it as a fraction, or we can put 2 times our number divided by 7. So there's multiple ways to write this also. Y decreased by twice x. So y decreased by minus twice x would be 2 times x, or 2x. Okay, so I'm going to let you try a couple. So here are a few. I would like you to write the verbal expression for each algebraic expression. Go ahead and pause it here and press play when you're ready to continue. Okay, so on number 1, I'm just going to write x cubed. You can write x to the 3rd power, a number to the 3rd power. Again, there's multiple ways to write it. Number 2, I'm going to write 4 times y decreased by 5. You might have put minus 5, which is fine. All right, number 3, I'm going to write 3 plus a divided by 10. Again, there are multiple ways you can write that. You can use quotient in there. Okay, number 4, we have, I'm going to write r squared, you can put to the 2nd power, r squared plus 8 times, I'm going to write s cubed. Okay, you can, instead of using cubed, you can put to the 3rd power multiplied by the sum of r squared and 8 times s cubed. Again, there's multiple ways to write it as long as you're using the correct words for the symbols and like for exponents. Okay, last thing, you're going to look at the verbal statements and you're going to write algebraic expressions for each verbal expression. Go ahead and pause it here, come back when you're ready for the answers. All right, the product of 5 and a number. Remember, any variable can be used when it says a number. I'm just going to use x. So we have 5 times x. Product, remember, means multiplied. If you put 5y, 5z, 5a, it will work. Number 6, the sum of the square of a number and 10. So we're going to add a number squared and 10. Remember, when it says a number, it means a variable. So I'm just going to choose x again. So I'm going to put x squared plus 10. Number 7, the quotient of twice a number and 7. So quotient is divide. I'm going to divide twice a number and 7. So twice my number means 2 times my number. Again, I'm just going to choose x divided by 7, or 2x divided by 7. Again, any variable will work. C increased by 3 times x. So C increased by 3 times x. C plus 3x. Okay.